Forgive me for those of you that I had to not cut because I still want to hear your remarks. Text me. But wanted to make sure I got a few things out because my mother said, if you have a platform, what are you going to do with it other than be cute? My mother is my newest ancestor, and that's the good news to me. My mother is so dope to me. She wore this dress to my 7th grade oratory competition, and I used to think that she got her last name at the time sewn into the outfit. And I didn't know until I was 17 that it was from Evans. You all remember Evans? Throughout these last few weeks, I've done nothing but recognize my privilege of satisfaction and peace. I have looked through hundreds of pictures and memories, and not from years ago, months ago, even weeks ago. My mother had perfect attendance in my life, and her job is well done. However, she was so much more than my mother. She was a beacon within any space that she entered and never needed any help speaking for herself. And within this program, she has shown you just that. But I want to share just a few things she constantly speaks to and through me. She was always preparing me. I hear her saying things like, you have not because you ask not. Hareder, how do you know what you can't have if you don't ask for it? So I ask for everything I want. Envy is the strongest evil in the world, Hareder. Be aware of it and act accordingly. I hear you, Mom. Open your mouth and speak to people when you see them, Hareder. You never know what they are going through, and I do. Put yourself together every day because you never know where your day will take you, and I do. And the most poignant of them all, Hareder, control your mind and never let it control you, and I do. My first time speaking on this platform was in 1996, and my mother was sitting right over there. We constructed our looks the night before and reviewed my speech, and when I stepped to the microphone, she would look at me with so much pride, and I would instantly want to do better than whatever we originally planned. She was preparing me. So in this full circle moment, I plan to do better. I plan to do better in my mother's name, understanding that every platform given is a privilege and an opportunity to show love through words, and preparation is prevention. My mother's punishments for me when I was younger included walking to Woodson Library a little over a mile from my home and submitting a book report every single day that I was on punishment. She was preparing me. My mother made me do mirror exercises and affirm myself so I could rebuild my own confidence when it was lacking. She was preparing me. My mother made me sit at the kitchen with her and said that I started asking her questions when I was 2 years old and did not stop until she stopped talking. But in that kitchen, while being made to cook, she would never answer them irritatingly. She answered the best she could and as honest as she could. She was preparing me. My mother encouraged community activism and love and never arrived empty-handed nor entitled, and made us acknowledge our elders, respect animals, love nature, and honor family and treat friends the same. She was preparing me. My mother was polished. There will be a nail, there will be a lip, there will be a bag, there will be an earring, a shoe. She loved being a woman and prayed diligently to raise one, and she did that. She was preparing me. My mother believed that God was the source of the infinite and made sure I affirmed that concept and loved to teach me to look to Him before anything else. She was preparing me. Within that belief, my mother spoke with me about her transition and what life in her body would look like should she decide to stay. She was preparing me. My mom prepared. So on behalf of my mother and my family, what preparation can we offer you? Get your mammograms. Early detection is real and it's life-saving. Understand grief and why mental health and grief support is healing. Try to remove the fear within you that says, I don't have to go to the doctor for this. Even though my mother was one of the most fearless women I have ever met, I watched trauma resurface from a white dentist in the 1960s, pulling her baby teeth without offering her proper dental options, or when my grandfather came home from the war and suffered medical negligence during his recovery at the hands of discrimination. So when we met the amazing oncology team at Rush, I could feel that little black girl in her still lacking trust for Western medicine for good reason. I am asking that you fight that type of fear if it's within you, and you go to all of your doctor's appointments and sit firmly in your holistic beliefs and know that God is in it all. This Mother's Day weekend, Love your mother or your mother figure. Forgive your mother, accept your mother, release your mother to her face. With her flaws and all of the layers that many mothers come with. Learn it, try to understand it, don't judge it. Have the hard conversations about life, choices, and death. Prepare yourself. Have an understanding of long-term care, life insurance, wishes, and plans. Prepare yourself. Talk to God all day, every day, and be clear that the peace that you want, the joy, the wealth, and the happiness that you want is waiting for you once you commit to that relationship, and being a clear child of God makes you prepared for anything. Prepare. Live with a positive and abundance mindset and choose happiness and a full life daily. My mother said he came that he might have life and have it more abundantly, and when life could not offer her that in the body she was gifted, she became a spirit. And the strength that many of you have complimented me on is just her covering me while being clear that I am prepared to go directly to the source for my strength and anything else that I need. So I thank you for your prayers. I thank you for your love. I thank you for your fried chicken over the last 2 weeks. If you do anything to honor my mother, live like her, show up like her, look at the community here. This is a part of her dash. You are only as wealthy as your fruit, so make sure the seeds you plant reap the harvest you want to eat. My mother reminded me that this world can take almost anything from a black woman, so make sure you keep your mind and you keep your voice. And when you open your mouth, make sure you're saying something. I will keep talking, Mama. I will keep saying something. I will stay connected to my ancestors and my community, and I will set the tone for the energy that I want to exist in. Thank you for gifting me and my family with so many superpowers. Cheers and ashe to you, Mama, and our vow together to live a full life or no life at all. To more life, Mama, I love you.